Hi, so we're trading the ES on a 2000 tick chart with a 21 EMA. Price started in this downtrend and this range when I started around 8 o'clock. So when a downtrend gets a break, you can expect prices to make a new low, but we didn't get that. Even here, I took this long, but I still didn't have a new low. I just had two attempts at a new low, which is often enough, to count as a new low because the market will try to make a new low twice, and if it fails, then it'll usually go strongly in the other direction. So we got to these lows of the range. We had these two legs down, and we had a small signal bar with enough room to the EMA. I thought that it was a pretty good trade to take. It is an inside bar. Inside bars don't really bother me that much. It has plenty of room. It's small risk, and so, I thought it was worth taking going for 1-to-1. Two legs down, closed out of the short-term trend line. Looks good to me. So we went into this uptrend. We had a break and a new high. So the uptrend played out. Now, I was considering shorting here, but I really wanted to see it off of the highs, which we didn't get that. So I decided just to not take it. Um, Looking back, it probably might have been okay to take because it was a trap. It just ticked a few ticks higher, stopped them out instantly. So it's really not that bad. So then we push down. Price breaks out of the lows, and then we fail. So breakout, most breakouts fail. It failed. There's no entries to go long here. You can't enter on this bearish bar, and this bar is too big. There's just no way to enter. Then we don't reach the highs again. So now we have a bearish imbalance because we've repeatedly not reached the highs of the range. So we push back below. Then we go into this smaller range. It's chopping sideways. EMA is almost flat. It's flat and down. So we go into this second range, looking for shorts off these highs, looking for longs off the lows. We don't really get anything, and then we get another breakout to the lows. Two legs down. At this point, I really wouldn't want to go long just with how bearish the bias is, so I don't think there's any good trades to take here, even this higher low. So then we reach the highs again. We get a lower high. Well, this is really a double top, and this trade, looking back, seems okay. Um, I didn't take it because I was worried about shorting directly into the lows of the day, but it was a first entry long, second entry long, failure, breakout pullback with the bias. It really isn't that bad to go for 1-to-1. You would have an okay amount of room before you get to here. So it really isn't that bad. I was just kind of worried going into the lows. But at this point, we just push lower. We don't have that yet. We go into this downtrend. We have a break. When a downtrend gets a break, you can expect prices to make a new low. There's no short setup because there's nothing off the EMA. And you also have this uptrend working higher. So we make a new low, and then we just go sideways into a small range. Then price breaks out of the range. Most breakouts fail. At this point, I ended up drawing this. It's not quite in play yet because it's just two touches. But you get a breakout. Most breakouts fail. Second entry short. I didn't take this because here you have this uptrend working higher. It's still inside the uptrend, and then you get a first entry long. Yeah, actually that doesn't tick higher there, but it's almost a hidden failed second entry. But really, you just get a lower high right here, and so it's the entire width of this mini range. I really don't think that there's anything to take here to go short. You could consider this. It is a second entry with the bias, but I really don't like going short with that uptrend in play. So anyway, we have another leg down, another break, new low, and then at this point I have this drawn. So I'm just gonna declutter this stuff a little bit. So we get to the entry point. We have a break of this bigger downtrend. Now it does kind of have three touches because of this touch and then these two, and then it does kind of hold here. So I was kind of thinking that it was holding, but we had this range and a breakout. Most breakouts fail. It was going straight through the EMA for several bars, so I didn't mind going short into the EMA again. So short here, get out around here. That was, let's see, that was 10 ticks if I remember. I think I drew it on the end, but yeah, so 9 ticks. Anyway, we get a first entry long, second entry long, failure, off the key entry point, EMA held. I thought this was an okay trade to take, as long as you have room to get out at these lows. And from what I remember, I ended up getting out on the tick of the lows. So 14 ticks. Yeah, I got out right at the lows, a couple ticks to spare. I thought this was a really good trade. So we have a new low here, get a first entry short, second entry short, failure. You obviously can't take this reversal pattern, it's way too extended. It's not off the EMA, it's not off the key entry point. There's just no reason to go long here, but we go into this uptrend. Price has a break, first entry long, second entry long, failure. Now this trade really doesn't look that bad because it is a failure. You are expecting a new low for this downtrend. It's the second attempt to make a new high for this uptrend, so I actually do think this looks like a pretty good trade right here. So anyway, then we have a second leg up, so now we have these two legs up. First entry short, second entry short, failure. You can't take that, it's not off the key entry point or the EMA. I just don't see anything to go long here. And so now we have these two legs up, and then another two legs down, straight through the EMA. There's really no trades here. It's first entry long, second entry long, and what looks like a failure, but there's really no bars to see that. That's just kind of looking at the highs, but really it just gets choppy after this. It was really hard to trade around 1040, but and I didn't find anything else to mark in here. So it was just, you know, not a great day after 1040. So I'll try my best to go through it. We have a first entry short, second entry short, failure, no setup, no good bars, everything's continually closing below the EMA. EMA is starting to go flat, really nothing to take. We have a new high, first entry long, second entry long, closing below the EMA. It's very choppy. It's just, there's really nothing to take. This is just a no trade area. I mean, like, look at the difference between this whole area right here and the rest of the day. The rest of the day has trends, clean price action, and then this is just, it's just turning into a mess over here. So that's it for the day. Um, Hope you all enjoyed the video, hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the next video.